So here in equilibrium of charges, let me take two charges which are separated by some distance. Let me take this as a d, and this distance is d by 2. When the charge is at rest, if a third charge capital Q, magnitude capital Q, is placed exactly at the midpoint of the charges, the line joining these two charges. So here it is placed at Q. When the charge is at rest, these two repulse with each other, these two repulse with each other, the net force expression of the charge will be 0. Net force F net experienced by capital Q is 0. When the net force is 0, when the net force is 0, whenever there is no net force, then charge will be at rest. Now it is said to be in stable equilibrium. Stable equilibrium. If it is at rest, we are not talking about the motion of this charge. We are not moving this along this line or along this line or along this line or any axis. Let us say it is at rest. It continue in its state of rest. Then it is said to be in stable equilibrium. Now, similarly, this is a charge Q, this is another charge, similar charge Q, separated by some distance d, and at the midpoint of this one, let us say this distance is d by 2. Now, in this case, if a negative charge is placed at rest, just it is placed at the midpoint, these two will be attracted in this direction. This will be experience a force in this direction. Similarly, this will experience a force in this direction. As these two forces are equal and opposite, once again here net force will be 0. Then this is also called stable equilibrium. So this minus Q is said to be in stable equilibrium. Minus Q is in stable equilibrium. Here plus Q is in stable equilibrium. Now you see this one. The distance of separation between these two is, let us say, d. The midpoint is O, but I moved this charge along this path. All are positive charges. So these two repulse with large force. That means this force is big. This repulsive force is big, repulsive force 1. Whereas these two forces, as the distance is more, repulsive force will be less. If you observe this one, F repulsive 2. Here, F repulsive 1 is bigger than this. So let me take this repulsive force as F1 here, and this will be F2. So what we can say, F1 greater than F2. So what is the direction of net force? First of all, net force is going by F1 minus F2. So the net force will act in the direction of the bigger force. So this charge Q will experience a force, net force along x-axis, along negative x-axis. So this will extend the force in this direction. Due to this will continue to move. As it comes down here from this point to this point, as the distance changes, when it comes here, now these two repulse with more force and these two repulse with less force. Once again more force, it will go back. So this will execute simple arc motion. So for that we will derive the expression for time period of the simple harmonic motion. Now if we observe this one, let us say this is Q and this is Q. Let the distance between these two is d, and let us say this is displaced by a small distance along y-axis. Let me take it as small y. Now when the charge is placed here, these two repulse along this path, these two repulse along this path. This will be F and F. If this angle is theta, the net force expression, this one will be 2F cos theta. So here, as the force is experienced in this direction, there is no downward force, but actually gravitational force will act vertically downwards. In these problems, generally we take the weight of the body is nearly equal to 0. That means gravitational force is negligible. Gravitational force is negligible when compared to electric force. So in all these problems, even though weight is acting downwards, that you have to consider negligible, you consider only this charge. Due to this will continue to move up. So this is not in stable equilibrium, this is unstable equilibrium. Why? Because when the charged particle is displaced from its original position, it never comes back to its original position, never comes back. It will continue to move away. So that's why it is said to be in unstable. This is stable, this is unstable. But what about this one? Here, when this charged particle is moved in this direction, it is coming back to its original position, but not staying there, going somewhere and coming back to original position. So it will oscillate. So this is a neutral equilibrium. And I execute a simple harmonic motion. Okay. Equilibrium of charges. I have taken two charges, small q and small q, separated by some distance, let us say d. And at midpoint, I placed a charge q. If I move this charge along this path, if I move this charge from this point O to this point P along this path, let us say q is brought from O to P. These two repulse and these two also repulse. We know Coulomb force is a central force. So the resultant of these two will be acting like this. So if it is F, and if let us say this angle is theta, this angle will be theta, this will be 2F cos theta. So here, when this charge is placed somewhere here, moved along this path, now the net force will act away from this one. So what is the net force here? Net force is given by 2F cos theta, which is given by, let us say this distance is r. Now, what is F? If it is r, this will become d by 2, this will be r square plus d square by 4. So formula will be 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught q1 q2 by square of the distance between these two charges, which is given by r square plus d square by 4. Into the cos theta value here, cos theta adjacent side by hypotenuse, which is given by r by root over r square plus d square by 4. So this is the net force acting on this one. This net force always acts vertically upwards in this diagram. When this force is acting upwards, now this charge will continue to move away from this system. So this is the net force, So due to this, let us say mass of this charge is m, the acceleration a. So what is the acceleration acquired by this charge due to the repulsion? So the acceleration is given by net force by mass, that is 2 q1 q2 r by 4 pi epsilon naught m will come here. This is r square plus d square whole power 3 by 2. So this is the acceleration produced. So if you displace it a small distance r, if r is very less, much lesser than d by 2, this formula, the acceleration of this charge is given by 2 to this cancel, this will become product of the charge by distance between this point to this point by 2 pi epsilon naught m. R square will become 0 here. So I am not going to write r square. This will become d square whole power 3 by 2 will become d cube by 2 root 2, because 4 power 3 by 2 can be written as 4 1 plus 1 by 2. This is 4 root 4, that is 2 4s 8. So this will become 8, this value. So this 8 can also be written as here, if you write 2 1s 2 4s, this will become 4 q1 q2 r by pi epsilon naught m d square. So with this acceleration, charge would move in this direction. So this is the acceleration acquired by this body. Now, let us say if this charge is moved not along y-axis, let us say the same charge q which is placed here is moved along x-axis here. So when it is moved like this, when this charge is moved along this path, now here the distance will be reduced due to this repulsion, because when this q comes here, these two repulse and these two repulse, and these two forces are opposite but not equal. So due to this, here the repulsive force is more between these two, repulsive force is more. So when this charge is slightly displaced and released here, this will go away from this one due to high repulsion. When it comes here, it will move this side. That means the charged particle will execute simple harmonic motion between these two. First of all, it will vibrate between these 2 points. So this can be proved as simple harmonic motion. So to find that one, how to find the simple harmonic motion? What is the time period of this one? To find out the time period, the time taken by this particle to execute simple harmonic motion is given by, here first of all, let us say the distance between these 2 charges, let me take it as 2d, and the distance here, let me take it as x. The distance between these 2 points is x. Here once again we are taking this as x is very much lesser than 2d. So what are the forces experienced by this charge when the charge is moved from O to P, from O to P? So at P, the net force acting on this charge due to these 2 charges is given by F net is given by force between first charge and this Q. Let us say this is second charge. So what is the product of these 2 charges? This F is given by F1, that is force due to the first charge, minus F2. Why? Because when this charge is displaced from O to P, repulsive force will be in this direction. So let me take it as F1, and these 2 also repulse because all charges are positive here. As all charges are positive, these 2 repulse in this direction, these 2 repulse in this direction, net force is given by this one. So F net is given by 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught. What is F1 here? Product of these 2 charges, capital Q small q by, what is the distance between these 2 charges? This is 2d, and here from here to here it will be d. Now the distance between these 2 is given by, this will be d minus x. So let me write this as d minus x whole square minus, why? Because this is along positive x-axis, this is along negative x-axis. So this force direction is changed. Product of these 2 charges also capital Q small q by the distance from here to here at d, and this is x. So this will be d plus x whole square. Now, so this F net is given by 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught, capital Q small q also constant, 1 by d minus x whole square, 1 by d plus x whole square. So this can be written as capital Q small q by 4 pi epsilon naught. Let me take the LCM here. This will become d square minus x square whole square. This will be d plus x whole square minus d minus x whole square. Now, the net force in this case is given by the net force acting on this small charge which is displaced from O to P, yet P is given by q by 4 pi epsilon naught. This will be d square plus x square plus 2 dx. Let me write d square plus x square plus 2 dx minus, this will be d square plus x square minus 2 dx, d square plus x square minus 2 dx by, this will be d square minus x square whole square. You can cancel d square, x square and x square, minus of minus will become plus. So q by 4 pi epsilon naught 4 dx by d square minus x square whole square. This is the net force acting on this system. But when this charge is displaced from O to P, charge will not stay there. Immediately due to the repulsion, it will come back. That means there is a restoring force acting on this charge. The restoring force will bring this charge back, and due to the velocity acquired due to this one, it will go this side and it will come back. So every time it is experiencing restoring force which is equal to the net force. This is the net force. So what is the restoring force acting? Because for every action there is an equal and opposite reaction. So here restoring force is given by same F restoring is equal force but acting in opposite direction. So what I can write, you can cancel 4 and 4 here, minus capital Q small q dx by pi epsilon naught d square minus x square whole square. This is equation 2, which we write as restoring force. In first PUC, we studied about simple harmonic motion where if the restoring force is equal to minus kx, if the force experienced by any particle is negative of something into the displacement. Why? Because for simple harmonic motion, acceleration directly proportional to minus x or force also directly proportional to minus x. So let me compare this one with this one. If you compare equation 2 with equation 3, this is the force constant which is given by, just to compare this minus f and x and x. Here we have x. So what is k? That is force constant. In this case is given by, where k is equal to qd by pi epsilon naught d square minus x square whole square. So this is k value. Now the time period is given by 2 pi root to m by k. This is the time period of a particle executing simple harmonic motion, where m is the mass of that particle and k is the force constant. Here, let the mass of this particle, charge is capital Q, let the mass of this particle, let us say m. So if you substitute this value here, you will get 2 pi root mass of this particle by, what is k value? Substitute this one, this is k, qd by pi epsilon naught d square minus x square whole square. So this is the time period of a particle executing simple motion when the charged particle is moved along the line joining the two charges. If you move it, it will oscillate, and this is a simple harmonic motion. Why? Because we proved it, f is equal to minus of kx. That's why this particle will execute a simple harmonic motion between this p and p dash. These are the 2 points between P and P dash. But as I told earlier, if the charged particle is moved along this path, it will continue to move in the same direction. It will never comes back to the original position. Why? Because that is going to get some net force in the particular direction. Here this force will be vanished here and it will go that side. So that if you consider x is very much lesser than 2d, that means if 2d is very small, x will be very small, and if d, x will be very small, and x square can be neglected, which can be taken as 0. So now substitute this one here. The time period of this particle is given by 2 pi root m pi epsilon naught d square whole square will become d power 4 by capital Q small q into d. This is d power 4, but you can cancel d and d, this will become d. So this is the final expression to find out the time period of a particle executing simple harmonic motion when it is displaced along x-axis. Here let us say this is x-axis, or along the line joining the two charges.